What if the biggest obstacle to Nigeria's roads being better isn't money, it's who builds them? The FG has now barred foreign firms from road contracts under 20 billion Nigerian nairas. Will this Nigeria First policy fix broken roads or just create new problems? In a significant shift in construction policy, the federal government, under Minister of Works David Umahi, has announced that all federal road contracts valued below 20 billion Nigerian nairas will henceforth be awarded exclusively to indigenous contractors. This move is part of the Nigeria First initiative designed to promote local capacity, strengthen national firms, boost employment, and ensure that road projects benefit Nigeria's own construction ecosystem. Here's an in-depth look at what this policy change means, its potential benefits, the challenges ahead, and whether it might reshape how Nigeria builds its infrastructure. The policy announcement and context. On September 9, 2025, during an inspection of the East-West Road Dualization, Section RIA, from Elam Junction to One Junction in Rivers State, Minister David Umahi made the announcement. Daily Times Nigeria. The policy concerns road projects funded under the NNPCL Tax Credit Road Scheme, which had been providing funding for numerous road infrastructure projects across the Federation. Why the change? Objectives and expected benefits. Promoting local participation. By reserving smaller contract works for domestic firms, the government seeks to build capacity among local contractors, increase employment, and foster growth in Nigeria's construction sector. Nairametrics. Ensuring continuity of critical projects. Many road projects were initiated under the NNPCL tax credit scheme. With funding halted, the government is moving to prioritize and ensure progress does not stall. Vanguard News. Quality control and value for money. The minister emphasized that local contractors must adhere strictly to quality and workmanship standards. Practices like leaving binder courses exposed without wearing course, which compromise road durability, will no longer be tolerated. Nairametrics. Nigeria First policy. This is part of a broader agenda under President Tinubu to promote national content, indigenous participation, and reduce overdependence on foreign contractors. It signals a shift towards more self-reliant infrastructure development. What's already happening on the ground? The Elam 1 Road, Dualizations, is one of the inspected projects. RCC Nigeria, a domestic contractor, is handling this section. The ministry has adopted a funding prioritization framework to ensure that the most critical road projects along economic corridors are completed, especially those inherited from NNPCL's tax credit scheme. Risks, challenges, and possible pitfalls. Capacity of indigenous contractors. Not all local firms have proved capacity, financial backing, technical expertise, equipment, and track record to handle projects well, even those below 20 billion Nigerian nairas. There may be corners cut, delays, or cost escalations if oversight is weak. Quality control concerns. Even the minister pointed out widespread substandard practices, binder courses unprotected, wearing courses missing or delayed, etc. Enforcing standards will be crucial or else infrastructure will degrade quickly. The Whistler. Funding gaps. With NNPCL pulling back funding, the government needs to find sources for completing inherited projects. The total funding requirement to complete all ongoing NNPCL tax credit-funded road projects is estimated at 3 trillion Nigerian nairas. Vanguard News. Corruption and transparency risks. As contracts are reserved for indigenous firms, there's a risk of patronage, low competitiveness, and nepotism if the process is not transparent. Implementation timelines and weather logistics. Projects inspected, such as Elam 1, are already under pressure, with December 15, 2025, being a deadline set with no room for variation or extension. Rainy seasons, supply chain issues, etc., can hamper progress. What must be done to make it succeed? Here are actions and policy practices that could help ensure this policy change doesn't just become rhetoric. Contractor vetting and capacity building. Provide training, financing, equipment support to local firms so they can compete and deliver quality. Strict oversight and accountability. Regular inspections, enforcement of specifications, penalties for substandard work. Use anti-graft agencies when required. Secure funding mechanisms. Government to allocate budgets, explore PPPs. Ensure that halted tax credit roads receive alternative funding to avoid abandonment. Transparency and competitive bidding even for contracts reserved to locals. Competitive bidding among domestic firms, published contract terms, bidder evaluation visible. Realistic deadlines and phased execution allow for weather, terrain, logistics considerations, phased works that deliver visible results to build public trust. Implications and broader effects. Boost to the local economy. More contracts for indigenous firms could mean more jobs, skills transfer, business opportunities in materials supply, subcontracting, etc. Reduced foreign dependencies. By reserving smaller contracts, the government aims to reduce foreign contractor dominance in many road projects. Political and social appeal. The Nigeria First policy is likely to resonate with citizens who see recurring foreign firms getting big contracts. This move may increase public satisfaction if it delivers visible results. Infrastructure improvement potential. If managed well, small to mid-value roadworks completed by local firms may mean more roads being repaired sooner, less abandoned works, and better maintenance. Final thoughts. The directive to restrict road contracts under 20 billion Nigerian nairas to indigenous firms is a bold attempt at reshaping Nigeria's infrastructure ecosystem. It could usher in a more inclusive, local-focused, and responsive construction sector, if executed with care. For ordinary Nigerians, if this policy works, it could mean smoother roads sooner, less suffering in rainy seasons, safer journeys, and visible proof that the Nigeria First slogan might actually translate into concrete, usable roads.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this update and want to stay informed with fast, reliable news, don't forget to subscribe to Newsflash 360. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a story. Your next headline is just seconds away.